Although there were challenges ahead, Black people were filled with an unprecedented amount of hope. Frederick Douglass felt triumphant. The Black man, he declared, is a citizen. The Black man is enfranchised. We live in a new world. At last, he said, the Black man has a future. The 15th Amendment to the Constitution barred racial discrimination in voting. Black men took to the polls.
Then you see all of these Black people in charge. More than 1,500 Black officials move into positions of public leadership.
If you were an African American who had just been elected to the legislature, it was your time. The future must have seemed limitless.
Robert Smalls of South Carolina was one of these legislators. He had escaped slavery by boldly commandeering a Confederate ship and delivering it to the United States Navy, blockading Charleston Harbor. After the war, Smalls returned home to Beaufort and became one of the first heroes of Reconstruction. Michael, tell me about your great-great-grandfather's life.
You know, society told Robert that he was less than a human being, that he was a piece of chattel, that he was devoid of higher-level thinking and strategy and planning. But he rejected all of that. The way that he commandeered the boat that was the vehicle of his freedom in the middle of the night, putting on the top hat and the long coat of the Confederate captain. I just admire the audacity he had to steal his freedom, to seize his freedom. He was born in a shack behind the house. He was enslaved here. After the war, he comes back and he owns the place.
From being property to owning the property.
Absolutely.
He went from being enslaved to being elected as a state legislator in 6 years.
He was elected to the South Carolina House and then the South Carolina Senate before going to Washington and Congress.
That is the most remarkable slavery story I ever heard. Once he was in office, what sort of issues were important to him?
You know, he grew up with the children of his master and would see them going to school, and it just bothered him. He thirsted for education and sought through legislation to extend that to others.